Welcome to Twin City Peaks, episode 41.
I'm glad that it's not me this time.
Yeah.
I still really want my coffee.
Order coffee.
Then order your
Order it
coffee,
up.
dude. Oh my god. So welcome back, episode 41. We have a guest, Robin.
Robin.
I say his last name, can't pronounce it.
Gutenberg.
It's different. It depends.
How you enunciate it.
Yeah, it
You
depends,
pronounce
I
it.
guess, where you're coming from.
Where you're coming from?
Oh,
Huh?
I'll show you where you're coming
Oh
from.
boy.
Well, because German is like Gutenberger. It's not
Gutenberg.
fucking...
Gutenberg.
Very German.
Yeah.
Very German. So German. Hoja. Hoja.
And if that gets clipped, that's
a nice
that's
minute
taken down.
in. Folks.
Bloody German.
Last week we talked a little bit about Hex OS and a few odds and ends and how we're progressing and how we'd like to move forward. Also,
Yeah, we talked
as
quite
we
a bit
always
about-
do.
About Shopify as well.
Yeah, Shopify.
I was looking through. I
how
was doing
many
the clips.
billions of dollars they fucking make.
Fuck Shopify.
Oh,
I
yo-
tried starting that. I couldn't.
What?
Shit was fucked.
Yo,
What do you mean it's so easy?
I know I tried. I just couldn't.
Oh, okay.
they
I
were
needed a
ma-
business license at the time too, and I couldn't get one. So.
Oh.
'Cause I was like trying to outsource through Alibaba and shit, and not have to touch anything.
Oh, you're trying to drop ship.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think that's like
Fuck.
It's like right in front of the mouth, my guy.
I think that's not really a thing anymore, drop shipping.
Dropshipping still is a thing, but
It's
like,
a lot harder.
It's not. Yeah, it's not all it's made up to be.
No,
like
I haven't
a lot,
heard anything about it in a long time.
It's whoever made it, and then whoever's still trying to make it's not going to make it.
Yeah.
It's a really tough thing to get into.
Well, because it used to be because nobody was doing it, you would just like find some random product
Yeah.
and like there was no competition
No.
and you could just
Just fucking sell it to everyone
Oh,
because
yeah.
everyone wanted it, or
Yeah.
it's a gimmicky thing, or like those little ads you see on Instagram Reels and whatever else, and those products. That's basically what fucking people
Fucking
drop
TikTok
ship. You know what I
shop.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's all trash, garbage, fucking Alibaba crap, fucking Temu.
But yeah, now you have though like 100 people drop shipping the same product, and
You know-
it's like you need to actually be good at business.
I have a
have to, like,
feeling-
research it and find something that no one else has found yet.
I have a
Or
feeling
or
that's
you have
where
to have
all
a better
those-
gonna
marketing
catch
campaign.
traction somehow.
I have a feeling that's where all those companies came from. You know, like fucking Wish, Temu. There was other ones before that, right? Like there's always been a new like Chinese pump out crap bullshit company
Oh.
out every
I feel like
yeah,
Shein
6
was, like,
months.
The first massive one.
right?
Oh yeah,
right?
Shein for clothing.
Yeah. Like there's always a company that's coming out that's like, "Oh, it's all super cheap, guys." And everyone's like, "It's got to be different than the last thing." It's got to
Yeah.
be different. man.
I watched a thing this weekend. Fucking went to my buddy's brother's house, got fucked on shrooms, and we were watching this fucking like
Love it.
it was a documentary on plastic waste and like new use. It was more on how they make everything to break now. Like that was the essential
Yeah.
fucking start
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
And it was about fucking Shein having over like 2 million new products a month or something.
I don't even know how you do that.
H&M's like 250,000 something. But all
New
these-
products
a month, and it used to be, I guess, back in like the early 2000s, it was more so every season. So like a new line of products
Right, yeah,
every
yeah.
season.
That
So,
would
like,
make more
it's
sense.
completely different products. There's 2 million a month.
Yeah. Shein is like putting out new designs.
Fuck, dude.
all
Like
the
that's
fucking-
How are there that many designs to be
crazy.
made?
That's crazy.
And then another thing they mentioned was like, I think every second there's 20 tons of plastic waste produced or something.
Oi. I mean, that is
Oh
China
my
for you though. Like,
yeah, and
Yeah, that's
like
just, so if you think about 20 tons of weight and then plastic, the density of plastic,
oh yeah.
a 20-ton block of plastic has to be the size of this
it's
fucking room.
huge, man. It's massive.
Every second. it's
Fucking
insane.
gross.
Oh boy.
It's
Pumping
so
it out,
stupid
man.
to comprehend.
It's kind of embarrassing, really.
And plastic is like one of those things you can't really like
Can't do
recycle
anything
or
with it.
reuse.
No, yeah. Like a lot of the compounds in plastic, once they're remelted, they don't have that same structural rigidity. So either
It's garbage.
So basically, it starts at the top where it's like the highest quality plastic, let's say you find in a vehicle or something, right?
Yeah.
And then you can melt that down and reuse it again for like maybe appliances.
Yeah.
And then after appliances, it's like maybe it goes into small form factor items, you know what I mean?
And then like plastic
All around
bags.
toys
And then
shit.
after that, it's over. Like that plastic is useless because all those polycarbons, all those bonds that they make
It's all
together.
burnt off.
Now it's either burnt off or it's just they're muddled, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's like tempered glass, right? Those molecules are lined up in a certain way, and once they're like a little off, any little tick, and it just shatters. Same thing with plastics, but instead of it shattering like that, it's just weak.
Yeah.
Can't hold things together. Can't resist heat anymore. Can't do fuck all.
It's kind of like recycled steel.
It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, carbons burn off in steel too, and it just
And
gets
then it's
weaker
just
and
garbage.
weaker.
Oh, yeah, add more carbon. Yeah, you can, but then it's like, okay, you can only use that now for certain applications.
It's not as
You can't go
natural
put that
state.
on a fucking M1 Abrams. You know,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
shit's going through it, and then they're gonna die, and they're gonna be like, "Fucking, we bought that shit from Canada." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can't do that,
Well, that's
which is why the EAF and everything. It's like electric arc furnace. They they're gonna use all scrap metal to make. Great. So now we make the worst steel. We're gonna
Yeah.
go from making
nothing's
probably
new,
one
yeah.
of the best steels on the earth to the worst. It's
Yeah.
just gonna happen, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, we missed the furnace. We missed the blast furnace." Yeah, no shit.
Well, that's why everyone like complains about like Chinese steel because a lot of it is
Yeah.
like recycled.
They call it white
gar-
metal.
Yeah.
That's the nickname for it, right? Chinese steel's white metal.
Yeah.
Because it's just metal. It's a mix of fucking
Anything and
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Steel, aluminum, zinc, fucking whatever they can find, and they just melt it down and go, "Here's your product."
It's hot dog metal.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
what it is. It's literally what it is. Yeah.
No.
It's gross, man.
And then you get like North American like true steel, and it's like this
Can't
is
do fucking anything to it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You can bend that shit 7,000 times, and it's just starting to get weak.
yeah
Whereas, white metal, it's like, clack.
When
It's
a-
like,
when
huh.
a fork or something.
Yeah.
You go to a stainless steel fork, you bend it 4 times, it'll fucking snap it
Yeah.
in half.
Yeah. It's all cheap junk now.
and that's a bigger argument though, just as far as how the world's going is everything is becoming like disposable.
That's the problem, right?
Like 3 years, get rid of it. Look at cars nowadays.
And I understand why cars are the way they are to some degree because crumple zones and stuff like that. Like I just saw recently an accident of like an old 50s vehicle or whatever.
Yeah.
And the whole vehicle is just crumpled in. There's nothing
yeah.
that came off of it, so the person inside would be dead. I understand why cars are built the way they are, but there's some components of cars that are built the way that they are on purpose to also fall apart anyways. You know what
I
mean?
meant just I'm not even talking about crumple zones. I mean the overall just like look at a
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
look at a brand new F-150. It'll be rusting in
my
6
point,
months.
my point being is everyone's argument these days is, oh, fucking cars get into one accident and they're write-offs. And I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
that's
they're
because they
meant
have
to.
to be.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people are like, oh, they fucking build them weak so that you have to go buy a new one. Dude, most of the time insurance just gives you the money back and you go get a new one anyways.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I just knew someone who wrote off their car and they were native, so they bought it tax free, and their insurance gave them back the money with
Here's
tax.
yeah.
So they made money off the
Yeah,
crash.
it's like, great. Because they don't have that same rule, right? So the
Yeah.
insurance is like, this is what you paid, this is what you get. Like,
yeah.
right?
But-
Same thing with me. If I crash my car, I'll get every dollar back because I pay that little extra thing. But I'll be sad because it's not my car that I have back, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world. I'll have another WRX, whatever, right?
But yeah,
But
no,
a lot of
the-
people have that misconception. They think that the vehicles are built that way on purpose so that we just keep running through them, which definitely doesn't help. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I
but
get
also you
that.
got to think
But
like
everything else inside, yeah.
but like the engine quality, like
Plastics and
everything.
components and clips and everything else.
I've seen a
Software, fucking, we don't have buttons anymore because it's cheaper to just have one screen and then have a software engineer develop all the buttons and shit for the screen.
Yeah.
It's way cheaper
And then you
than
could
have to mold new buttons for every single vehicle. You know how fucking much money you're saving on that? How many millions of vehicles you don't have to make different buttons for?
Yeah.
But
Fuck.
even though look at like technology, like phones, it's like every 2 years you need to get a new phone, basically.
You need to get, I know, right? And it's like, and depending on the brand too, you might have to. Like,
no, that's what I like. iPhone, you pretty much like have
which
to.
is nuts. And I'm not pumping up Google or anything, but at least with their phones, they get 5 to 7 years of updates.
Yeah.
You may need to replace your battery in there somewhere or something like that, but at least my phone's not going to get really bricked. They don't
Yeah.
put limitations. You're going to get limited by, let's say, new tech, like new software or new towers and shit like that, and your phone
Yeah.
won't have that. But
Well, even with the 16 now, the 16 has the AI features and stuff.
yeah,
And I have the 15 Pro. You're supposed to get the AI features with it. I signed up for it. You're only on a beta waiting list.
Really?
love it.
Yeah,
love
and
it.
then if you have anything different than the Pro, if you have the 15 or 14 Pro, you don't get
You're
AI.
not getting it at all.
That's
It's
so
literally
whack.
one series newer, and you don't get anything.
See, whereas for example, like Google Pixels, I'm on the 8 Pro the 9 came out or is coming out, whatever. Either way, you can still probably get the updates that I have on the 6 and the 7. And
Yeah, the older
5 and
series too.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're different strengths, and like you're gonna have a different experience no matter what you do. But it's there, right? And I'm not saying Google's the god because they're actually like fucking just as bad as Apple in different ways.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not
all different.
I'm not a
All
dick rider
have
here at
their
all.
Pros and
I'm
cons.
saying
like-
but anything that made
But
nowadays,
yes, but at the end of the day, yeah, of course, it's all
Like-
just designed to be shattered
especially
and
like
replaced.
like as far as tech wise.
Yeah. No, it's 100% true. And actually, Linus Tech Tips, like that's his big fight is right to repair.
Yeah.
Like you should be allowed to repair your shit for not fucking $1,000.
Well, and
Like you
just-
should be able to replace your phone screen for $100. No matter the phone. You know what I mean? It's not,
Yeah.
oh, iPhone's fucking $700 for a screen, bitch. I'll just go get a new one. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
I just fucking, we're on this here. Fucking, I was just on Reddit a half hour ago, and this guy literally showed a text block with an Apple fucking guy,
Yeah.
and the guy answers him, "Hey, so it's going to cost you $279 to fix your AirPods," and the guy answers back and he goes,
That's a new
"So
set
like
of AirPods.
30% more than new AirPods," and he goes, "Yeah, we basically just recommend you buy new AirPods," and then the guy asks him, he goes, "How does that make sense?" And the Apple guy goes, "It doesn't." He's like, "It
From
doesn't."
us to you.
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't. Because what's really going to happen with Apple products, what they do is they just order the new ones, throw the old ones out, and go, here's your refurbished set.
Yeah.
That's what
They're
they
not
do.
actually refurbished.
They're not able to open those things up. They're designed as a one-time seal thing. That's it.
Yeah.
No, they don't come apart.
No, none of that
Well,
shit
even like
does.
iPhones
No,
don't really
no,
come
nothing
apart.
does. Nothing does. And if you do want to do it, you have to get tools and fucking pry kits and fucking
And, like,
new
a s-
gasket after and like
And you also need like a certain like suction cup that. Like,
yeah, oh yeah. There's all sorts of, and you can buy those kits. Like there's a website. I'm going to shout them out as iFixit. If you have a shattered screen, bad battery, anything at all, go to iFixit. We're not even sponsored. They're legit, and they give you the whole kit. So if you buy a screen, they give you all the tools that you would need for that screen replacement.
Yeah.
So it's super sick, but it's still a fucking pain in the ass to do.
Well,
Like,
and
it's-
also
it's-
iPhones hate being opened up.
They're making it. They make it
That's what I
more
was gonna say.
difficult.
They don't like being opened up, and I've
No.
seen a lot of people who have changed their screens,
And
especially
shit's-
on
the
newer
shit's
phones.
wrong. Yep.
They just pop back out after a
Shit's
couple months.
wrong,
They
exactly.
don't like going back in.
It's not OEM. It's not OEM.
No.
It's not original, right? And
Well-
it just fucking shits.
And it's also because like obviously it's built in a factory like that way, and you
It's
don't have that quality of
specifications.
tools.
It's exactly to this millimeter, to this fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And if that screen's off by like 1/100th of a fucking millimeter, then it's just gonna eventually slide out or whatever the fuck.
yeah.
Other phones don't have such a difficult time, but it's never gonna be the same.
No, you're not gonna have your Nokia brick that lasts
exactly the
forever.
same. No, it sucks.
Those
man.
are fucking insane.
Yeah.
You could fucking shoot at those.
I almost bought them not recently, but like fucking maybe 10 years ago. There was a Nokia like smartphone that had come out. It was pretty sick looking.
Ah,
It was
yeah.
pretty sweet. but
BlackBerry came out with another phone again.
It's just an Android.
Because I
phone.
remember in like 2013, 14 something, they came back
Yeah.
and released a touch screen.
I know, but it was just an Android phone.
Yeah, and then they went under again, and like 2 years ago they came out with another one, but it was
Because
just as
RIM,
bad.
Yeah.
RIM is no longer, it's no longer a thing anymore, which is sad because RIM was a Canadian company. Like it was made and designed here in Canada. It was sick. BlackBerry was awesome.
Oh yeah, BlackBerry
I
was huge.
Every time I had a BlackBerry, I was like, these are fucking sweet phones because it was just simple, just messaging, just did the thing you needed to do.
Well, they were
and not
durable
much
as
else.
fuck.
Yeah,
too,
they
were
fucking
not?
were so
They
sick.
could take a beating.
Man, I love those bolds. They were sick.
The problem is they just didn't like innovate fast enough.
No, they didn't. They didn't stick with the times, and by the time they had done that, it was too
It
late.
was already
Yeah.
too far.
It was like 2011 before they even released a touchscreen, and it was like,
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
they've been out since 07. Like you're way fucking.
Yeah, there's the
behind here.
iPhone
I remember
fucking
seeing the
4
commercial
already.
Yeah.
for them though. Didn't they have some marketing thing that weren't they supposed to have like super good batteries or something on them?
I don't know. I remember
There's a
something
probably
like
they
that.
probably had a bunch.
They
of
always
them.
had to have some sort of gimmick that other phone,
Yeah.
because every phone company has to have that, right? It's like, oh, we're the best this, and then other companies have to be like, oh, we need to make the best this version.
You
of
don't
that,
really
right?
see that as
Whatever.
much anymore though.
No,
Now
now
there's
it's
just
pick
a
your
few.
poison. It's,
Yeah.
it's like, what brand do you want to support? Do you want to support Samsung, Google, or Apple? Like,
Because
Take your pick.
in all honesty, the this as far as the specs, like
they're all so similar.
It's-
Don't tell me. The only thing, honestly, that matters about specs is if you have a specific use case.
Yeah.
And this phone does that thing better than the others. Okay, you need that phone. Beyond that, if you're
But it's even
scrolling-
marginal at that.
If you're scrolling, browsing, casting
No, if you're using a phone just to have a phone,
as a
you don't-
regular
it
ass
doesn't
shit,
fucking
it
matter
doesn't matter what phone you
have.
have.
Like what the Pixel has a slightly better camera.
Sure. We have better camera
it-
software. It's not even necessarily the better lens. It's
Is
just-
it Marcus Brownlee that you know who I mean?
Yeah.
That does like every year he does
All the phone
all the
stuff.
phones.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to watch those. They were pretty cool.
Those are pretty cool.
And like, yeah, like you're saying, certain phones are just slightly better, or like some of them. The big thing is like pretty good camera, pretty good screen, super cheap.
Yeah.
Or like now it's basically just like the only way a phone will break in is if it's super cheap.
Yeah.
The battery lasts forever.
2 weeks, 3, something crazy. You know?
Or it's like something like it has like a crazy lens.
The only thing I really wish is for phones these days is actually I wouldn't have even bought a fucking American phone. Is the Asian phones are way better.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They're super cool.
Have you seen the Asian gaming phones?
They're
Those
they're
things are
stupid
retarded.
powerful. They're like fucking 16 core fucking
Yeah.
nuts like tablets. But if you want to bring them here, most of them, not all of them, most of them just won't
I don't think
switch
they
over
work
properly.
here, yeah.
They do. A lot of them can, but a lot of the times, even if you Englishify them, there's a lot of things that stay Chinese.
What is it?
So it's really
was it
yeah,
Huawei?
It's Huawei, but they're banned from America.
Yeah, I know.
North
Really?
America.
Are they?
Yeah,
I
but they were
remember
really
having a
good.
Huawei.
Yeah,
Those things are fucking.
They're banned
sick.
from North America for spying on America.
Really?
They were like,
That's
but they were
fucking
like
crazy.
extremely cheap, and they were like,
They were solid phones.
Fuck, that's
Really
not
good
good, bro.
phones.
My fucking shit's probably floating around somewhere in Asia.
Listening to you.
yeah, no,
I mean, it probably is off this fucking thing too. But
Well,
I mean,
they all are. Yeah.
they
yeah.
all
yeah,
are,
but
sure.
at least America's spying on us.
Huawei was like directly involved. They were like, yeah,
Oh,
because
that's not
the
good.
CCP basically owned Huawei.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
that
Chinese
was-
Communist
God.
Party literally was like puppeteering Huawei.
Fuck, I literally had an older one too.
Yeah.
I'm probably cooked. I'm.
Oh, you're
There's
definitely
probably-
cooked.
There's probably
I'm
a
done.
clone of me in China somewhere.
Yeah,
you know?
dude, seriously, they got your DNA somehow through fucking so crazy.
Fingerprint.
Yeah, they have your
those things had fingerprint on them.
I wouldn't even be
Oh,
surprised.
It was on the
fuck.
back,
I wouldn't be
right?
surprised.
It was
Yeah.
like
I
Chinese
missed that.
Communist
Oh,
Party has my
fuck.
fingerprint.
The first
Fuck.
Google Pixel had them on the back, dude. It was the best.
my
That,
LG did.
I like that. I remember when my dad first got those when I was younger, and they had them on the back. That made a lot more sense.
Dude, I hold the phone
You
just
natu-
naturally.
yeah,
It's
you
just
naturally
click,
hold your phone like that.
right?
Yeah,
Instead of being like,
Or I also liked. I think it was on some of the other phones where it was like anywhere on the screen. You could.
oh yeah. Those
Like the
are cool.
fingerprint, it didn't have
Yeah.
to be like in a specific
I never
spot. It
seen
was
that. I don't
anywhere.
remember that.
Those are
Huh.
cool. My phone sucks for fingerprints, straight up, because
Mine doesn't even have it. I have
Okay.
Face ID.
Yeah, that sucks because I have both at least.
Yeah.
I have Face ID and fingerprint, but mine is not.
Do you have the
a-
15?
15 Pro Max.
I got the Pro.
I
My,
think these
uh,
ones have like eye recognition too or something now.
Yeah, it's better
Yeah.
than Face ID,
Like
but
where you can
still,
just scan your eye.
yeah.
Because you can wear a mask and it'll still.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've seen like
you have to change that setting. though.
studies. I don't
Yeah.
remember what the fuck the percentage was, but there's a study where one in like however so many people can actually get near Face ID just by looking like you. so
Wow,
much.
that's.
Oh, there
freaky.
was one where it was like twins or something. They were like close enough.
Yeah, or like even cousins, family members that
Yeah.
like look identical
have
enough
similar
have been
features.
able to get into each other's Face ID.
Because there's only so many points to which it
Yeah,
like checks. So if your bone structure's similar, and, yeah.
Ooh, I don't like that.
And then by the slim chance, have you ever heard it's not even a theory, it's proven that there's one person on Earth that has like the
genetically almost identical-
makeup
yeah,
as
yeah.
you. So
That's
there's
been-
like a clone of you.
It's similar to that theory that we were talking about. Me and Tyler were talking about the 1,000-year-old that already exists.
Oh yeah. Is that like?
There's sayings that there's already people that exist on this earth that will live to 1,000.
Oh, it makes sense with the amount of advancements. and
Not
everything
even
now, I
no,
believe
just
it.
born that way.
Really?
Just born that way. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
yeah.
That's sick.
I heard this like 15 years ago when I was a youngin', and I
I'm
remember
gonna
my
look,
dad.
we're gonna,
talking
I want to
about it
look
'cause-
into this because
Yeah, you
I just
should.
don't understand.
Because I'm just talking about it. Like, all it's saying is that it's like genetic freak, essentially.
Yeah.
Maybe not 1,000. I think 1,000 was just used liberally.
Yeah.
But I think it's like
Like
longer
high
than a
age.
human life.
Yeah.
Longer than a human life.
Well, look, are there some people that have lived to like 130,
Centennials, yeah, like,
140?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I just heard the 110-year-old passed away in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oldest man
Yeah.
alive.
And there's all those blue zones across the world. Those blue zones, right? Where
Italy's really high for it.
There's specific zones in Italy that they're
they,
called
like,
blue zones.
Average 95 years old.
minimum.
And shit.
Like
Yeah.
if you died at
Insane.
92, it's like, oh, he died young. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
like-
what the fuck, dude? Yeah, like man, that's pretty crazy, and it all has to do with the way that they live.
Yeah.
They live in an area where it's not heavily polluted. They grow their own crops. Oh, but they eat pasta and wine. Yeah, but if you fucking grew it yourself,
naturally, and you're
Yeah.
stomping your own grapes.
it's all
for
fucking
wine.
normal shit.
And it's
yeah.
also based off of like climate and like
Exactly. It's a very healthy. It's more humid. It's a little bit better on the skin. It's like
But you know what I
Yeah.
have heard about those communities? They are all very high old age, and they don't have a young population.
No.
Now those people are starting to get up to the age where, yeah, you're 102 years old, but you're gonna die.
yeah,
And the population in these places
is gonna
dropping.
dwindle. Yeah, because they never kept going. It's pretty fucked.
yeah.
It's pretty fucked.
Well, but like population problems are all over the world.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is true. Well, fuck. Wait.
Look at China.
Well, China supposedly they have less than 100 years.
I heard their
What, as a
population.
country?
Yeah.
Or their population.
They have like mass population. I think we've talked about it
We
a few
did,
times on
we
the
did.
podcast.
They have so few women that there's a
Well,
good.
they've also like over however what they've always done it. They've always put bans on how many kids you can have.
there-
Or,
one child and it had to be male.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
no, it
There's
was one
costs.
child policy, but they obviously wanted a male to keep because of Japanese or Chinese lineage. You need the last name,
Had to be male, basically.
basically.
Yeah,
Basically.
I think it was more like in the 20s, 30s. But if you were born female, they'd literally just fucking
Yeah, throw you off the fucking
Yeah,
cliff.
See you
bud.
There's so
later.
many like jokes about
Which
that.
but now they're
Family
suffering
Guy
for
made
it.
a really bad joke about
Yeah.
that.
But-
One episode, girl comes back.
Damn it. Yeah.
But the-
fucking gets murdered.
The thing is, yeah, and like the they'd be so upset if it was a girl. Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
so
No,
many
dude.
of those.
Yeah, and that's why now they're suffering.
But no, they had the one child policy because they drastically, at one point, overestimated their population.
Yeah.
And then they had the one child policy for what was it, 50 years, and then they didn't realize how much their population was actually decreasing.
Because
And
the,
then
the CCP was hiding fucking what do you call it? What do they call
Like census?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were hiding census. What the fuck?
Well, and they also-
I don't even know why they did that. But
and they
like,
also weren't like doing proper census.
no.
and whatnot. So
How
then
did you expect this to go any other way?
and then
No, I fucking-
after 50 years of only having males and
Killing all the women
And-
quietly.
only one male at that.
Yeah.
What do you expect to
What
happen
did
to
you
your
think was gonna
population?
happen?
And
you need
now
something to come in.
and I've seen so many
I
like
love all
class
this stuff,
pictures in like China, and it's like
Dudes.
it's literally like
Just
all dudes, one girl,
Yeah. And it's like that poor girl.
Jesus Christ.
or that really lucky girl.
If you're that kind of thinking. Yeah, I guess.
I don't think you're allowed to think like that.
Yeah,
in
I
China.
don't know, man. That's,
I don't know. I mean, if you're a slut
It's all good.
in
All right,
China,
all
it'd be
right,
great.
all right, all right.
Just
On to
saying.
the next.
On to
Tyler
the
wants
next,
to
on
go
On
to
to the
Thailand.
next. On to the next.
You're gonna go see a ladyboy? What?
I say you want to go to Thailand.
Segments.
Segments. We're gonna talk about segments. We're gonna do segments.
No, we don't have any fucking real segments yet, but we definitely need to come up with some
This
segments.
is definitely a segment, but it's more of a finance one, and I don't think it's the spot for it.
This is not necessarily a segment. We've just been rambling. I think segment.
I said the segment that I have on my computer
Yeah,
that I talked about yesterday
I'll
with
probably be
you.
lost on that right now. I'm just
segments. We're trying to build like parts of the pod where it's like, okay, the first 10 minutes is we're gonna be discussing this kind of topics, and then maybe the next 10 minutes
Yeah,
is
yeah.
this kind, the next 10 is this, and then the last half we can just fuck around. You know what I mean? So not to say that we can't do this. We've been fucking just rambling for the past year.
Yeah.
But right. But
Really
but
call us out like
if
that.
we had like a few chunks and then people can like reference those
Yeah, start
spots
off on
or
and keep
like
going,
we make
however.
clips of like that topic and like people like that could catch on or whatever. So we're gonna have like 2-3 segments at least or something to be like, oh, this is the whatever time, you know. Like I've watched like Josh Potter's Roach Motel is a podcast. It's just a comedy podcast, but he'll have like sports news segments, and it's not sports news. It's like, oh, he heard like this football player fucking beat the shit out of
So
this.
it's something to
person.
do with sports.
It's something to do with sports. It's
Yeah.
sports news, but it's like the wrong kind of news, right? So it's hilarious.
It's like
don't wanna
NFL
hear it.
player arrested for beating his wife to death.
Exactly. That's the kind of news he puts up, and it's
Third one this
hilarious.
week.
It's right. It's super funny because you're like, oh, sports news, great, and he's like, today in sports, and you're like, oh fuck, here we go.
They ran over another dog.
Yeah, exactly. Or like the big one that what's his name? God damn it. That one player that's on he's super famous for doing like the subway thing, and he's like really creepy. Like the way he talks on fucking camera, you're like, oh shit, dude. Like it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm like, I'm not easily unsettled. Like fucking weirdo, right? So he bring that guy up all the time, and he's like, this guy's a fucking clown. Point being is that's the kind of thing we want to do.
Yeah.
Is we want to have like chunks of, so that it's like every podcast. Okay, we have this 10 minutes. We got to discuss this thing, right? And then at the end, we can just bullshit our way through it,
Yeah.
which is what we like to do, anyways. But that's what we're trying to do. Now Tyler says he has a segment prepared, but I'm gonna judge that. I'm gonna judge that.
Take a little look.
I'm gonna see what he thinks that. I'm gonna see what he says. He's in the pisser right now, so he can't defend himself.
You know what I really started looking into, and I think it's fucking hilarious. Street beefs.
Oh my god!
Have you ever
no.
watched those?
I've seen some of those street beefs. I've seen that one guy. Maybe it's not street beefs, but have you seen the one guy who fucking goes up to like homeless people or whatever? And
Yeah, and he pays them to fight
Oh my
for like
God,
$500 or
dude,
something.
so stupid. Like I actually part of me wants to watch them, and I watch them, but then I go, what kind of a person am I turning into that this
Street
is like
beefs
the
is
thing
crazy,
that I'm
bro,
doing?
'cause street beefs now is like an actual big thing. Like 4 years ago, it wasn't, but now it's like a real not sanctioned, but
No,
you
but
can,
it's like
bet on
grouped
it.
up. Like people have definitely.
Yeah, you can bet on it, and I swear to God, these people are made in a lab. Like they're pulling these people from like deep South Louisiana meth lab trailers. Like no, these
That's a
guys
description.
like not even to be like that. These guys are
Not
like
even
that.
to be like that.
They're built like that. Like these guys run off crack and tea.
Not even
That's
to Be
awesome.
like
Not a
that.
single one of these guys is
I ain't trying to
less
say.
than 220.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh
They're
my.
monsters. They're all
Give me a
crazy.
sip of that.
I have seen
I'm done here.
some of the street.
Did you
beefs.
order a coffee?
No, not yet.
Oh, you weren't gonna.
I was thinking about it, but then I wasn't trying to pay $10 for a fucking coffee.
understand.
Not gonna lie.
That checks out. That definitely
That's
checks
a little
out.
much. That's a little much. I know. Like it's almost like they should have some sort of program where, I don't know.
You can pick up multiple coffees.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
multiple people order coffee.
How many
Yeah.
people? I feel like in a bigger city.
Yeah, it'd be easier. Like everyone here just goes out and gets it in their vehicle. You know what I mean? We have so many Tim Hortons. It's not like
Yeah.
fuck. There's one
There's
in
a
the
Tim's
mall,
on
and there's
every
one down
corner.
Bay, and there's one over there. Like,
No, I don't
We have
know
like
why
what?
we have so many.
have like
we
a-
have an abundance.
Dude, it
of
makes
Tim
money.
Hortons.
They have like
makes money.
9, and they're not.
9?
No,
Try
like
again.
15 maybe.
No, there's not that many.
Yes, there is.
I don't know. We'll count.
No, I'm telling you.
There's some like down the block from each
I
other.
counted when I worked at it,
Oh, there's 50.
and we were at like 11 then.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's expensive to have a franchise.
Dude, we have 4 within a kilometer of here.
I like it.
Canada.
You know what I mean?
And they're all owned by like the same people.
John, like 2 or 3 people
Yeah.
own all of them.
I know one of the guys.
One of the guy, Craig, owned the one that I used to work at, the mall one, and the one down the line.
And then there's Bosco.
Okay.
He has, I think, like between him and
4 or
his
5 of them?
daughter, yeah. And he also has the one that's in the Wendy's.
There
Tim
you go.
Hortons. He's got the one when you're going out towards.
Keep going. Yeah,
Schooley.
there's more.
There's so many.
You know I'm right. There's way too many fucking.
'Kay, but the thing is
but they'll make money, dude.
And the franchise fee, it's like the
It's
franchise
not
fee.
expensive.
No, it's
It's not
super
expensive.
expensive.
It's
It's like $100,000 to start.
No.
with, I think.
It's like $250
I
a
thought,
year.
I thought that was McDonald's was way more expensive. than
No,
Timmy's. Really?
No, McDonald's is expensive because you have to pay. You have to have a certain amount of money. You have to pay for the franchise fee, and you have to build it.
Yeah, right.
And then Subway is actually the cheapest.
Oh.
Um,
Surprising.
Subway maybe that's like $100 to step in, or $100,000 to step in. Or
no, it's
something?
like 10
10 grand. That's
or
Jesus
something like. It's
Christ.
super cheap.
Let's
But
start-
no,
That's why there's
I
so many
wouldn't wanna
Subway.
do a Subway then.
There,
yeah.
but there's more Subways than anything else in America, or something. They even beat out. I'm pretty sure McDonald's.
Really?
If I at one point,
No, this has to be fact checked because I'm like that
Dawn's
fact
doesn't make sense.
for whatever reason that fact to me seems so crazy. I have a feeling you did just find the stats.
McDonald's has 38,000 restaurants in over 100 countries. Subway has 41,000 in over 100 countries.
41,000 franchises and buildings is insane.
41,000 locations worldwide.
That's still
That's still a lot.
That's insane to think about.
But yeah,
3,000 more is still 3,000 more.
hey, more is more. Winning's winning.
Damn,
Whether it's
dude.
inch or mile, and
I
3,000
didn't
stores
think
is a
Subway-
lot.
Of all people, Subway.
I told because it's so cheap.
Wow.
But that goes to show McDonald's is you need millions
Yeah,
to
I
open,
know,
and
yeah.
there's still 38,000.
Yeah. 'Cause
I'm
you
gonna
know-
really
you know
start
it's-
looking at people different if someone ever comes up to me and says, "Yeah, I own a Subway." Okay.
Yeah, I'd be like, whatever. Yeah, like,
It's like that's not
I
that
could
cool.
save up for 2 months and buy a Subway. Like, I'm sorry, but not that
I think that's
impressive.
just the franchise fee. I don't know how much all the
It's
other
not just that, of course.
Yeah.
Doing-
Yeah, there's a lot
starting
more that
up,
goes
you're
into it.
into the 100 grands. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's not how it works. But yeah. But to just be like, hey, I bought a license
Well,
for it.
think-
It's like us buying the operating system.
Yeah.
That's a license for the operating system. Same thing. Just a license for operating a Subway.
Well, there's a lot of subways in the suit too.
There's quite a few. Not as many as Tim's, I don't think, because there's a Subway sadly, in the fucking college, which used to be Mr. Sub, but Subway in the college, Subway down the line, Subway up the line. Yeah, there's tons.
I just looked up how much it cost to franchise a Tim Hortons. It's between 170 grand and almost 3 million.
Wow.
So definitely location dependent.
Location dependent and like obviously size
Yeah,
dependent.
like if you wanted to, let's say in the Sioux, for example, I bet you if you wanted to own the one that's
Great Northern.
Great Northern, that's probably a 500 grand one.
Yeah.
That's probably $1 million.
But then if you look at the one that's like across from the
Flying
beach-
J even.
Yeah, Flying J.
Okay,
across from that one,
couple
that
hundred
little
grand.
tiny one.
Yeah.
The yearly franchise fee is 25,000, 50,000.
It's not bad. You make that a month.
Yeah. It's the site development and everything.
Yeah. It's everything else. It's always everything else that costs you more.
So if you want to like just open a fresh Timmy's, it's gonna cost you a few milli.
Yep.
Because you also have to build it to their spec.
No, of course.
And
of course.
also, whenever you know how you see Tim Hortons get renovated all the time,
Yes.
because you have to.
Yep.
Yeah, they
You want to
them
keep it open?
updated.
You have to. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
and you pay for all of those.
And you wait. You basically just wait for them to call you and go, okay, you can start.
Yeah.
I was
that's
thinking
it.
about that last night too. Like back to the whole new lines of clothes, all that stuff. Have stores not been getting renovated a lot more often too in the last like 10, 15 years?
It's really funny
Or
because
if I just realized that.
we know. I think it's both, a little bit both, where there's so many stores, so you think there's so many that are renovating, but at the same time, stores go through cycles, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, but I
guys
think the Great Northern like Dawn's or something. That one.
changed
I
a few times.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's changed,
no,
like,
restaurants
4
change a
times
lot.
in the last like 8 years. But then when I was a kid, it stayed the same.
So it's actually just business in general, if you believe it or not. But have you heard recently about the whole Jaguar shit?
No.
yeah, they went through a big thing,
Oh.
like name change or something, and they lost a bunch of.
They
customers.
rebranded hard,
Yeah.
It made
like
a lot of
super
people
hard.
mad.
It looks terrible. And they had a press conference. And this guy basically talked about everything but cars and inclusivity and all the woke shit.
It's
basically,
a car company.
I'm going
bro.
to take the same quote from the JRE. I watched, wow, that was cool. I watched the
that was nice.
JRE, and it was the Protector Parks, right?
Yeah.
Not that that's always an informative one, but they were discussing about how shit.
You got it.
No, I don't. Fucking
Damn.
10.
What were they discussing, dude?
What were we just talking about?
Jaguar.
Jaguar. So fucking. They basically yes. They were talking like as if this fucking presentation
Yeah.
had been filmed 10, 15 years ago.
Oh,
so
really?
like very woke agenda, very, inclusivity and all that. That's all that the thing was focused on. They didn't talk about cars, no engine stuff, no development, no
Their new car got leaked.
technology. Yeah, it's ugly as
I
fuck.
don't know, have you seen this thing?
No.
So it's a concept car, obviously, but
Right.
still,
Audi's concept cars are so much
their
nicer.
whole rebrand took a shit. But
Yeah.
if you notice, every company does this. Right now, we're going into the plain 2D look, if you haven't noticed. if
Yeah,
you look
yeah,
at
all
all the
cars are
logos of
flat.
these brands that
Yeah.
are coming out, they're all rebranding to like a plain, very plain look. No
What
more
the
3D
hell?
elements. No
Yeah,
more
this
nothing.
is supposed to be the interior for it.
It's all minimalism.
Oh, okay, so but that's their concept car.
It's all
so it'll never
minimalist.
be like production.
No. But if you look it up right now, like you can look at all these different companies that have made moves and made changes and made visual upgrades. It's all minimalistic. It's all very flat and very plain and very.
Oh yeah.
The direction changes every 10, 15 years. So it's
The thing is though, with you saying like Jaguar with the woke agenda and whatnot, that would have played really well, 10 years
10 years ago, and now they're just. It's like beating a dead horse.
Well, that's the thing. It's like now, if anything, so if this was woke and this is not, it swung like this, and it's like
It's coming back hard, and I'm not saying fucking. I don't know.
and I mean the overly woke to where it's like not.
No, yeah, I'm not saying fucking let's, be racist and shit. That's
Yeah.
not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying I'm tired of hearing like you should support gay rights. It's like I do.
Yeah, stop.
Okay.
Make me not want to.
Oh my god.
Well, and that's another
That's where
thing.
I'm at. Like I fucking do whatever the fuck you want. Okay. I don't think you should inject fuck all until you're 18 or older. If you fucking think you're a dude, wait. Okay. If you think you're a chick, wait. Because you don't actually know. You might just like dick, or you might like the other fucking. You know what I mean? Drives me crazy.
Let your brain fully develop and then make a decision.
Then make a decision.
Well, yeah, I seen a.
That's like anything. That's like any body changes. Tattoos aren't allowed. You're not allowed to fucking shoot people. You're not allowed to drink. You're not allowed to kill yourself.
Okay,
but
that's actually
but
crazy.
You want to
can't
be a
drink,
different
you can't get
gender?
a tattoo.
No
Go for
problem.
it.
No problem. Sign up here. Buck and bend over, bud. Like,
Yeah, no, I just seen a video. Of,
Yeah, you shouldn't be giving hormones to children.
But
I
there's
think
males.
It was a transgender girl, and she was 20.
I'm heated now.
No, she was 25
Relax,
or
it's okay.
30.
No.
And she realized she made the wrong choice.
Yeah,
I've seen so many of those. Yeah.
And
it's like
bro,
half.
I felt like you feel so bad. For
You
this
do, but
person
I
because
don't.
It's like they can't. Like they're fucked though. They can't.
I know.
You can't go
No,
back again.
It's doomed. Yeah, you're done. You're now
Now
stuck.
you have to live your life like that. And
Do you remember for a while there it
you
was
want to wait, or because someone forced it on you, or gave you that influence.
No, because there was a big thing where parents were pushing it and teachers
Oh,
there was a
yeah.
lot of teachers that got
Yeah.
fired because they were supporting like pretty much telling kids, "Oh, well, maybe you're like in the wrong
Yeah.
you're the wrong gender." And
Yeah.
and obviously like any
kids
8-year-old
are-
you could coax into doing
Dude,
anything.
they're
No, it's a
influenceable
sponge.
by everything.
Yeah.
Anything you say, do, or think,
If
they're
you-
like, I'm gonna do, say, and think what he did.
If you were 8 years old and all you heard is maybe you
Maybe
should
you're a
be
girl.
a female. Maybe,
Maybe
you're a girl.
Maybe you're a girl. Maybe you're a girl. Maybe, and then all the kid's gonna think is maybe I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Maybe
Because
I'm a girl.
Not even just maybe I'm a girl, just like the confusion implemented into their minds.
Dude,
of,
Yeah.
I can literally just be anything.
They literally
Yeah.
don't have the
Makes
comprehension
sense.
to
No.
make sense of it all.
No.
They can't do it.
And it's unfair to do that to little
Yeah,
kids.
man.
I
Are you
think.
fucking
It's-
kidding
And
me?
that was the big thing why a lot of teachers were getting fired because they were like they were basically pushing an agenda.
It's nuts.
which it's like you're ruining these kids'
It's
lives.
fucked up.
Just let them do what they want, and when they're old enough, they'll make a decision.
Make a fucking choice. And it's
and if you're 18 and you want to like switch, you truly feel that way, do whatever you
like,
want.
and at the end of the day, also, what's to say the surgery is really what defines you being a male or a female? Okay, like if you really want to play into it, it's like if you're a guy and you really feel like a chick, start dressing that way, start looking that way, start acting that way. See how it feels
yeah.
before you start chopping
Go
shit off.
all
Well,
in.
that's another thing. Yeah.
Like-
you shouldn't. Yeah. 100%.
Give it a trial run.
yeah.
Isn't that how you do anything, really? You give things tries, you try things out and see if you like it?
Yeah.
No, send it.
Send it.
balls deep. Well,
Literally,
not
no
me
balls deep.
anymore.
Yeah, like, fuck.
Not anymore.
I don't understand that. That always confused me. It's like buying a car. Most people go and try things out, right?
Yeah.
The general public, they'll go and test drive a few cars. Oh, this one didn't do this like this, and this one didn't do this like this.
Should we put a quick disclaimer that do whatever the fuck you want to do with your
Yeah,
life?
honestly-
we don't
No,
care.
that's
not-
one thing. Like you can
We
do
just
what you
don't
wanna
want
do.
children to be influenced into doing things
Yeah.
that will ruin their lives.
Like there's you want how like at the end of the day, the society's implemented rules for drinking, war, and fucking driving and all this shit. Why can't we just do the same thing? It's literally you've already done it. You've already put limits on everything else. Fucking put a limit on this too.
yeah,
No, you shouldn't be allowed to have a 9-year-old walk into the doctor's office and get their shit tucked or cut or whatever the
And
fuck
a
it
lot
is.
of the time, it's like not a lot of states, at least. It's not even like parents' discretion. Like it's up to the child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like you're giving this 8-year-old
the power of
full power,
basically the power of
start taking
attorney over their own
steroids.
life, and yeah,
But it's crazy because pretty much every other realm, your parents can dictate everything for
else
you until you're 18.
Everything else.
They can tell you basically your parents own you until you're 18.
Yeah, which is wild. That's so crazy.
Like unless they give you up to like a foster home or something.
But then if you get like a guy who's, miserable, down on his luck, and fucking he's generally healthy, sleeps all right, and eats all right, nope, not allowed testosterone.
yeah,
No.
No, your body produces as naturally and is lacking that. No, you don't get any. I'm sorry. Fuck yourself.
yeah,
which is something that would actually
They make my life that much
benefit
better.
someone's
Yeah.
life.
It would make life way better. Especially anybody past like the age of, like we were saying, 25 or so.
Where
Get
your
tested.
testosterone starts to
Check
deplete
things
by
out.
Yeah,
If
definitely
you
by,
feel
like,
like
30,
trash,
35.
My
Yeah.
God, fucking do it.
and some people are what hypergonadal.
Hypogonadal, man.
Yeah, where you just naturally like have a low test.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's what Luca is.
yeah,
Like when he was 18, he got tested with like 200 tests, total test,
Yeah.
not free. Free testosterone at 200 would be fucking crazy. But like his free testosterone was like 20,
yeah.
30.
That's insane.
That's like he's not a man.
No.
Like his body was not making any at all.
What
It's
is
no
a female?
wonder he
I'm
needed
curious.
TRT. Like it's not good. Which is still crazy how his like sex drive was still nuts before.
Yeah.
He said that his sex drive's never changed. Pre or
That's- yeah,
post,
that's
yeah.
A female is between 15 and 70, so he was only like triple female, which he should be like 10x.
My
or
my
more.
free test was 130 when I got tested.
And what your total was like what 7 something?
7 something.
Yeah.
760 or something.
Like I think pretty much if you're over like 400 or 500, you're okay.
Yeah, well, again,
It depends on the person too.
yeah, because some guys can be sitting at 1,000 and they feel like they're sitting at 200.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
But
it-
it varies, yeah, of course.
And
But
it
I
also
understand
depends
what
on
you
your
mean.
rule of thumb.
Yeah, it's just overall generally, you want to be above fucking 300-400.
Yeah.
300. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
like
yeah.
over 1,000, it's like you're probably on something. Like,
Yeah, you're doing some shit. A fucking buddy from the gym. He showed me his paperwork, and I was like, "Jesus Christ, dude!" Like, I was like,
What
"Oh
was
my God,
his?
It's like 1,400. and
what
it
was
was like
his free?
300 free or something. I was like,
I was talking about it too.
That's
I
awesome.
was like, "Holy shit, dude!" I was like, "Now I'm wondering what mine's gonna look like."
Probably like
In the similar range,
you think? I'd say maybe 1,000. I don't think it'll be 14.
it'd probably be closer to like 11 or 12
I don't know. We'll
if I
find
were
out.
to guess. Just
When are you
based on results and based on
When are you gonna do yours?
blood work.
Yeah. When did you do it last?
Before I did it,
Yeah, but how
So,
many
like,
months has it been?
July, June.
You should probably
Soon.
once a year or
Yeah,
6
probably
months?
once every. Honestly, you probably should do it every 6 months, but I don't feel any weird sides. You know what I mean? There's no weird sides I've been experiencing,
Yeah.
and from what I've read, it's like you really only need to test if you start getting sides like crazy.
Yeah.
I will still test, but I'll probably
would
wait
just to
till
check.
my birthday, probably in that area,
Yeah.
just to see, just for funsies. But it is mostly just for my own personal health, right?
Well, you also just want to make sure, even if you're not feeling side effects, that it's still
No, yeah, that everything's still
good.
chill. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
No, of course, man. It's fucking. I'm injecting foreign substances. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, but it's not like I'm injecting chemical either. That's a big difference, right? It's not like I'm
Yeah, you're
taking
still
fucking
heroin?
Decavar
That's
and fucking all this other shit. It's
Not
made by
naturally
people.
produced for
Yeah,
you.
it's made by people. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Now that I'm in it, I'm like,
Trend.
this is such a joke. Like the comparison of like people being like, yeah, it's just like pre-workout. I'm like, pretty much.
What, you just feel like you're on pre all the time?
No.
Oh.
Like I did mine, whatever. I feel good. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm awake. I'm ready to go. But point being is, it's like the price to, the price to result ratio.
Yeah.
Test is the only thing that's worth the money
Oh, yeah.
compared to any supplement that ever existed on on the face of the earth.
Well, it's almost like you were talking about earlier. It's almost a level playing field price wise for
It's the same.
certain things.
But
yeah.
then if you compare how much it actually gives you, it's
Oh, it's best
worth
bang
its
for your
weight-
buck.
Outweighs
worth
it, yeah.
worth its weight in gold, right? Like a bottle of that is cheaper than a bottle of protein, and a protein bag is, let's be
110
honest here,
bucks, 120
gonna do
bucks.
fucking nothing.
No.
Like yeah, we use
Comparatively,
it and
yeah.
it does help, blah, 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 blah. But if you just eat whole foods all day, you don't need protein powder.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Test is well worth it.
No, if it's available, you're always better off just going to eat Whole Foods. Go
Yeah.
eat fucking 3 pounds.
Yeah,
of
but it's
steak
just
a day
hard to
over
get
a
that-
protein shake.
You know how hard it is to get 250 grams of protein
Yeah,
in?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'm
Like,
sitting
what-
at like 310 now, and it's like, yeah, no, I can't fucking eat 310 grams of meat all day. Like it'd just be
Oh.
sitting there eating.
You'd have
Yeah,
to.
all day.
every 2 hours.
How many
Oh.
pounds of meat would that be?
I'm not sure
It depends. Like a ribeye,
what
has
it is
like
exactly.
40, 50 grams. So you'd probably have to eat like at least 6, 7 ribeyes a day. If you're eating only that is.
Per 1 pound.
There's 122 in a pound of chicken.
So you'd
So
have to
you,
eat 3 pounds of chicken, give or take, a
A
day.
day.
that's a lot of chicken.
Because if you eat, oh my god, dude. The
3
most we were
pounds.
eating, or the most I was eating at one point, was 400 grams of chicken a day.
Yeah.
400 grams.
So
No,
multiply
I
that
eat
by
a pound a day.
that's a pound. So multiply that by 3 though.
That's what I mean, though.
No. Just
That's what I mean. I'm only eating a third of that. and I
or
was
you
like,
could
huh.
just rock a couple scoops of protein powder.
Okay,
Yeah.
how much protein per fucking for ground beef? It's way more dense. I know that. For a fact, it's way more dense.
$65 in a pound. It's less. Oh wait, but it's
30% fat. Let's go 90. 90 with 10%.
baked.
No, just one up.
91.
91.
So it's less. Well, because the fat. It's got more fat
Oh
though.
my
Because
God.
chicken is just pretty much pure
I know
protein.
it is. That's so crazy to think about. What?
Yeah, chicken's like 89. No, even more. Like 92 some percent lean.
If not, yeah.
That's so crazy. Huh.
That's why you get. But whew, that's so much.
That's
food.
still a lot of fucking chicken. Now, if you had to go ground beef, then you'd be eating way more ground beef.
6, 7 pounds.
No, you'd be like
Maybe 4 or 5, but still. it's-
3.5, 4 pounds. Yeah.
No thanks, man. That's a fuckload
Okay.
of shit.
Now, think about bodybuilders like Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
What was he like? 5 pounds of chicken a day, and then like a dozen eggs, and then everything else on top of that.
Oh, dude, that's actually like overkill. That's way too much.
I think the hardest part would just be the eating.
Yeah, it is.
The workouts would be easy.
That's what a lot of people get twisted in bodybuilding is the workouts are not hard.
No,
It's not
The
rocket
easiest
science.
part.
Yeah, it's easiest and it's the most fun part.
The only part that's difficult, especially if you have the mentality to be a bodybuilder,
Yeah.
is maybe the consistency
Yeah,
of
sure.
the cardio and like the workouts to make sure you never miss one, especially at that level. But the food, the consistency of food is probably the hardest by a long shot.
It's the worst. Yeah, because you really have to be on top of it. You can't like, oh, today I'm just not gonna have that one meal. No, you have to fucking eat it. Like, it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean on like the bulk, the cut would be the cut is probably they probably love cutting. It's so until you get to the last
Until you
like
get like.
I feel like
3
there's
weeks-
to the
3
last,
weeks
like,
off stage.
2
pros
months.
and cons for both, though, right? Pros and cons for both. Because
No,
at
but
least when you're bulking, it's like there's a bit of freedom in there. Whereas cutting, it's very scientific. It's very
but
down.
that's
to the,
only though the last like 12 weeks
only.
for the most part.
Yeah, but that's still like you're really dialing. The moment you start cutting, every week changes.
Well, yeah, you have to dial it back obviously.
Every single week changes.
well,
right?
especially because they go from their cuts are pretty short. Like we did a long cut.
I know we did the longest fucking cut. I was talking to somebody at work and they were like, "Hey, when you been cutting since?" And I'm like,
Fucking forever.
"July." What the fuck? And I'm like,
I'm like, I didn't realize I was that fat.
yeah, Mike's voice note. He was like, man, he's like, I really want to trim up those fucking legs and that ass and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, but man, he's like, you're looking ridiculous. He's
Well,
like, you guys
okay.
look retarded. He's like, you've never looked this way. You guys probably sitting in the top 1%, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but then I was still like, I want more just because he wants more.
No, but the thing is also
Fucking
like I want to know
brain,
what
man.
what his scale is for us, because I'm shredded with a 6-pack, and like
he wants more.
I don't know what.
There's more.
Well, there's always more.
There
but
is
like,
more.
what does he want? Like 8%, 6% body
Yeah,
fat?
he
like,
wants us right peeled to, like a banana, and then he's going to throw on the meat.
because like, what would you say your body fat is right now?
Probably like 9-ish, 9.5, 10.
If you count the legs too, though, like a whole body, you say
Yeah,
around
whole
10?
body, probably around 10.
I'd say I'm probably like 12.
Yeah.
12% body fat is lean as fuck. Shredded is what, like 8?
I gotta be sitting around 13.
You're probably similar to me, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'd like to sit around. I'd like to see it again at like 8%.
That's crazy.
I was definitely down to 8, 7 at one point.
I've been there, but like for a heartbeat.
Oh,
You know what I mean, for like 2 weeks, and then I just couldn't handle it.
I've been there for like cutting for
Yeah,
wrestling
but for you
and
wrestling,
stuff.
yeah, I know.
I've been
It's a little bit different though, right? Because you weren't necessarily even trying to mass build her at all, or
No.
anything like that, right? Exactly.
this
You needed to hit a number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I've been like I've probably been slightly leaner than I am right now, but not at this weight.
That's the big difference. So I agree. I've definitely been maybe a touch leaner than I am now.
But 20
you're
pounds
way
lighter.
bigger now. Yeah.
20, 25 pounds lighter.
Yeah,
fuck
I'm
it.
probably
with definition and size though. Like my shoulders have shoulder. Like I have shoulders.
I'm probably
still.
15 pounds heavier than the last time
Whereas-
I was this lean.
Every time that I've cut before, my shoulders look just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
flat with my arm. Every time.
Yeah,
Every time I lose my shoulders first. Nothing else goes, shoulders gone. I lose it all. I hated it. That bothered me so much because every time I'd go to cut, I'm like,
I thought my arms would lose a lot of size too.
Well, that's a big part that like gives you that look and that aesthetic. Is the
dude, it does. It's
right?
shoulders.
So-
It's like, yeah, you can have a chest and that's great and all, but if the shoulder doesn't like round out that
Yeah.
that side profile, chest is just chest. You could even just argue that guy's just fat. Or
Yeah.
he's a little heavier, so his chest pokes out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But if you have rounder shoulders, then people go, "Oh, he definitely moves some weights."
Yeah.
You know, like he works
Yeah, yeah.
out. He does. You know, it's such a giveaway. It's such a giveaway. Same with even forearms. Like the forearms piece. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Signs of actual strength.
Oh,
Traps, things like that too. Right.
Legs,
It's
yeah.
fascinating that there's a few where it's like abs. It's like
You can be
I think
110 pounds soaking wet and have.
that's
abs.
why it's like if you're 220 and you have abs, it's like, dude, nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
No, that's the
Good
thing.
job.
Abs are definitely cool, especially. But like you also need like the obliques, and like everything
and
else.
the serratus anterior makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
The claw marks right here.
That's
Yeah.
where I got really.
Those
Like I'm genetically gifted
really
there.
defines
Yeah,
like
yeah.
shreddedness, right? It makes a huge difference, and that's
And then-
that's the scapular muscle.
And then
That's
also
that is.
what's like the
Adonis belt
Yeah.
is what I just call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adonis belt, that poking out really hard, the really hard carve
Yeah.
under the kidney like that makes a huge difference too. It's all these little tiny things, right? It's like people get this idea that a jack guy is just like abs
No.
or pecs.
Well, did we not? We talked about this, not the last one, the one before about the like Hollywood. Like what's yeah.
Yep.
I want to be bodybuild. Well, you
Yeah.
want to bodybuild, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try and get on stage next year sometime.
I think if you let me know if you do
Wow,
it because
guys
I
get to
might.
enjoy that one.
If you well, I said this at the gym. If you end up doing it though, let me know and I'll do a prep and try
Yeah,
to do the
sure.
same show.
I want to try and I don't know. I'm 194ish right now. If I can get up to like 205, 210, and then cut hard down
To like 180, 175.
185, one around there. I don't know how low I'd have to go.
Probably like
175.
175.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be.
I started at
Like-
230. I started at 232.
I started
I'm
at.
only 206 now.
Yeah, so I guess I'd probably be down.
I started.
It's like
Down.
30, 40
I
pounds.
started at
Oh,
like
yeah.
almost 180 and I'm 151.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
be
We both
down.
lost like 30 fucking pounds.
And we weren't fat when we started.
no.
No.
Yeah, I'd definitely be down
Yeah.
there.
We probably, that, like everyone is like, yeah, you know, if I like, Johnny says it all the time.
I love it. Go ahead.
He'll be like, yeah, he's like, I'll have abs like if I cut down to like 175, 180, and
And
I'm
what
like,
is he now?
like 190 something. And I look at him, I'm like, that's not how it works.
Add
dude.
another double of that at least before
Well,
you
even-
see lines.
Even Jason was the same way.
I know.
And now he's just got an understanding.
He's kind of understanding it now. He's like, he's just starting to see lines and stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, do you see how?
Yeah, it's like you've lost 30 pounds and
Yeah.
now you see lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I
no
had-
shade. Just people like if
It's just
honestly,
how it is.
If you've never been lean, you don't get it.
You don't know.
Like
You don't
obviously
know.
you have abs, so you know. But
That's why-
to be shredded is a whole nother.
That's why how
level.
far I was into my
Oh, no,
bulk,
the
I was like,
difference- I'm like 10, 12 pounds heavier than I was 4 months ago, and the difference is fucking retarded.
yeah,
Yeah.
night and day.
Yeah.
It's night and day. It really is.
So you'd probably have to drop to the 170s probably to be like stage ready.
Yeah.
But you also would look probably bigger than you do right now.
Yeah.
Because your
Yeah,
shoulders
you
would be
look
popping out
retarded.
more. Your waist would be nothing.
Everything would come out.
And you'd have so many lines like making you like taper in.
Yeah.
Because I found that. Like I
Yep.
look, my arms and shoulders look bigger
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
way lighter.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I look in the mirror and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
The only thing that
Holy shit,
looks smaller would probably be like my legs.
Yeah.
I don't like-
guess it
I don't
depends if
like-
you carry
I don't
fat
like
in your
talking
legs,
about it.
too, though.
What?
I guess if you carry fat in your legs, like.
Well, it's
some
not even-
people- Yeah.
That's
See,
all I carried in.
Yeah.
Because your legs haven't shrunk that much, eh? Or have they?
Yeah,
Are they? Because mine are a lot smaller.
they're tiny.
Mine are really defined, and I have like veins and all the cool stuff.
Cool, but they're tiny.
But mine are like sticks.
Yeah, they're tiny. I don't like thinking about it. I put on certain pairs of pants and I'm like, there's air between the pants and my leg now.
What is
I
happening?
don't like that. Like those blue fucking
I've lost so much strength,
Amazon,
though.
the blue fucking joggers that I wear there. Those were like skin tight on
Yeah.
me for months and months and months, and now they flow. And it does bother me, but then my shirts fit better, and I'm like, but all that really just goes to show that my fat stores are really in my legs and ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
when I trimmed down up top, it didn't look like it got bigger, but when I trimmed down on below, it got smaller because there was so much just not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it. I do understand, but that's fucking legs
Mine
bug me.
See, my fat stores are mainly in the like boot
Yep.
or the tire, whatever people
Yeah.
call
The,
it.
the tire. Yeah, exactly.
But like my legs, definitely have trimmed
Yours are
down.
way more. You and Jason both shred easy in legs.
Yeah.
You shred easy. Jason is more shredded legs than I do.
Oh my god.
Significantly.
His legs are probably as lean as mine.
Like they're nuts. His
And-
legs are crazy peeled.
yeah.
Crazy. He doesn't wear fucking shorts hardly ever. That fucking guy.
Yeah. But no, they're
He should now. Like they're fucking sweet.
but you know, you can see like all the muscles of the
Everything,
quad,
all
like-
of it, dude.
Actually,
insane.
recently,
Can't see mine compared to his. Like his line here is cut.
yeah, like mine, yeah.
I'm like, dude.
If I had-
fucking hell, man. Like,
But same. I've noticed my hamstrings now.
yes. Yeah.
My hammies, like
Yeah.
I can see the hamstring muscles,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I think my hams actually like I definitely store more fat. I think in my quad than the hams.
which is interesting.
It is funny, eh? It's very funny because like when I do flex my ham, there's there's two carved out lines.
Yeah.
Quad though is still like, nah,
I wonder.
whatever.
I mean, it's
Same
just
as my
where you
ass.
hold
Like
it.
my ass is just fucking retarded. I
Yeah,
can't
we
cut
know
it.
you got a fat ass.
I can't cut it.
Well,
There's no way to cut it. I don't know how to do it.
I wonder how hard of a cut you'd have to do to like have the,
Severe.
to do the bodybuilding, like
I'd
so you have
probably
like the
buck 85.
That'd be retarded.
your upper body would be like 4% body fat, and your lower body would be
Like
like
7,
yeah,
8 maybe.
and you're just like, bruh.
this is what I got.
Well, even though you see some bodybuilders on stage where their legs just their upper body will be,
yes,
and
yep.
they have a hard time with the lower
And
body
then they lose.
because if you don't have the striations or the
Sorry, but the
No, you
glutes.
got to be on point.
I've heard a lot glutes win shows
yeah.
because it's like, oh, you half-assed it, literally. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's yeah. No, I've seen it before. Look at old style bodybuilders, like 70s style bodybuilders. They didn't have they had decent legs, but anything from the posterior, so like hammies,
Arnold.
glutes, calves,
Even Arnold, look at Arnold.
Weak.
His legs
Oh, yeah.
were
weak. He had some quad.
comparatively to now.
He had
his
some
legs
quad.
are Fucking shit.
That's about it. That's where the line's drawn.
But he didn't have
no ass,
no ass, no real
hands,
hammies. Yeah.
no calves.
No.
Well,
None.
did you see in his early bodybuilding, he would always take photos with his calves cut off?
Yeah, of course.
And even photo shoots, he'd be like standing in water.
Up.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
He-
Because
he
he knows. He's like, I have shit calves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It is funny, but that was the style back then. It was just more of an aesthetic look, more of a presentation instead of just get as big as you can,
yeah.
which I prefer anyways. I prefer that 70s style.
massive.
I just don't like it. Even the classic is getting a little out of hand.
Yeah, you'd say.
A touch.
I think men's wellness is a little out of hand.
They're
Just in
big.
general, you mean? Like men's
No, the class.
Have you
Men's
not seen the
wellness
new
is a
class,
class?
men's wellness?
Isn't it just
No.
isn't the one under classic? Is that
No, it's
Physique
you know
would be under
women's
classic, no?
wellness.
Yeah.
No, I
it's
don't
that.
even know. These are new to me. So what's up?
Women's wellness is literally just like a well-rounded women's physique, and men's wellness is the same thing onto women's standard. So it's men who focus more on their lower body, their glutes, less on their upper, less on their chest traps. They get more of a slim, feminine physique. It's like bodybuilding drag.
Looking it up. I
I'm
was
I
thinking.
can't believe you've never heard of this.
no. I love how we're all just we're leaning.
No,
in
this
here.
is, nothing's coming up though.
Hold on, let me see what I can.
See if you can find something. But I thought you meant what is the one where they do wear short? Oh, men's physique.
Yeah, it's physique.
Where
Yeah, no.
physique is basically like classic guys with slightly smaller legs.
Yeah, I think physique definitely, like in the last 5 years, has gotten crazy out of hand because it used to be like a swimmer type look.
It used to be
It was like-
almost more like your size.
Yeah, it was like bigger, like decent shoulders, a chest, abs.
Yeah.
But then board shorts because you're on the beach all the time.
Search
It
up
was like that
men's
look.
wellness division. You'll find pictures. What I'm talking about.
Boy,
Am I gonna get upset?
Maybe
I might.
look for Patrick Dalton.
Oh no.
That's like the face of it. I think it's only illegal in Brazil. I think they started it in Brazil or something.
Oh no! What the fuck?
yeah, like this. That
That-
exactly.
Oh
right
no,
there.
we're good.
There's no chest. What is happening?
No, it's women's wellness, but men.
Ew, 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 ew.
Right?
Ew,
I just
ew,
don't
ew.
understand the. I don't understand the division.
is it
By the Roraima Classic and featured competitor San Moraes, whose physiquing participated.
so? Is it like a class for gay people?
Oh no, a lot of these guys are straight.
Why? I don't understand why though, because it's not a men's physique though. That's more of a
No, it's
not
men's
aesthetic
wellness.
at all.
no, but
It's disturbing.
I don't understand it.
no, but the
either,
thing
man.
is though, is that like because there's
Look at his arms, tiny.
a priority for females like as far as the
Ew.
glutes
Yeah,
and the
exactly,
legs.
and that's literally what it is.
No, but the thing is because that's where women predominantly can build muscle.
I know.
And guys, it's upper body. So why are we? Why? It doesn't even make sense.
That's you're having the same reaction I had 2 months
His
ago.
underwear is not cool.
No, the thing is though, is it's just it goes against how guys naturally build muscle.
I hate his
Right?
face.
No, I hate all of it.
I don't understand the division. It's in Brazil. I don't think it's ever going to come to IFBB or anything.
I hope
but
not, because
I don't think they'd stand for it either, really. But it's just
his
very
upper
confusing.
body is smaller than your upper body, but his legs
Are gigantic.
right? It doesn't.
Okay, Simon
It
looks
doesn't make sense.
Simon looks leaner and bigger than this guy, but this guy's legs are like two of yours. What?
He looks like he just spends most of his day on a fucking cycle.
No,
I don't like this.
Right?
It's really bothering me. Like, why is this a thing?
It doesn't make
Like,
sense.
If you fucking, I don't even know where to go with that.
because it's not a balanced,
Right.
but it's not a balanced physique.
No, it's not. It's so
it's
off.
so confusing.
It's not balanced.
It's weird
So
to
off.
look at. It's weird to try and understand. I don't know.
Yeah, just no. I mean, do whatever you want, but that shouldn't be a
Sure.
class. Do that in your like, you know what I
Go
mean?
somewhere else.
No. Like, do that just for yourself. Don't do that in a class. Like, as far as don't make a class out of it.
He's the only one. What the fuck?
I hope so.
He's the one that like it blew up about. But this is like they have like amateur men's wellness like shows in Brazil.
Honestly, I think there should be like the Open, the 212, Classic, Men's Physique, and then like one that's like slightly smaller, and like that's good. I don't think we need 40 fucking classes.
Well, and all the women's classes and everything, but like, why? Why? It's such a hard.
See, the thing is though,
I don't
is
know.
because they're
I didn't think
copying.
that was a real thing.
No, but you're saying because they copied the women's wellness, and that's probably the physique of a women's wellness, which makes
that's
sense.
literally what it is. Yeah,
So men's wellness should cater to a men's physique.
exactly. That's what you'd think.
So it should be.
And
not-
honestly, yeah, men's wellness physique. The image that I had in mind was like
a
like-
well-toned
more like a guy who might come from a construction site.
and goes to the gym every now
like
and then.
you know like
Looks healthy,
your average healthy,
not shredded,
no,
like
not
12%
overkill.
but
body
like
fat.
big arms, decent
Yeah.
sized shoulders, a chest, a strong back,
Yeah.
maybe some legs. I'm not even thinking like I
Shredded
imagine.
abs.
I imagine men's wellness to not be peeled like a banana, but just like
Would you say
that's
like
a
around your body fat probably?
maybe a little even more. Maybe
Yeah.
a touch even more.
Yeah.
Because I'm imagining something that's not at all what we're imagining, right? Like bodybuilding, right?
No,
I'm
you're
thinking
thinking of wellness.
general guy who takes care of himself. That's
Yeah.
who should be on stage. Who looks like the best version
Well,
of
that's
that.
what you'd think of when you think men's wellness.
But
That's
not
what I mean. Like
this.
he works. He goes to the gym.
Yeah, has his family down pat, and he still takes care of himself.
So, like,
That's
an
the kind
average-
of guy that I would think
like
on
a,
stage.
like a natural, ideal
Sure.
looking physique.
Yeah.
But like you're also not like that. You could walk around with that physique year round and be okay.
All the time.
That
Yeah,
should be
kind of
wellness.
physique. Yes.
Yeah, and
Is
if
you
look
can
at-
be that year round, no problem.
If
Yeah.
you look at women's wellness, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
well-rounded women
Yeah,
who just
they
take
just
care of themselves,
fit and
go to the
healthy.
gym.
Like
and,
like pretty much they don't have to do a prep. They can
They
pretty
just
much
twisted
walk on
it.
stage.
no, yeah, they're not like
twisted
they're
it.
not shredded. It's
Yeah, they-
12% body
they
fat,
missed
like
the mark on
healthy-
that one.
Healthy, normal people.
Shit, guys.
That seems like a woke class.
Seems that way, but it's like that guy just has a fucking kink that he wants to share with the world.
Or maybe it's just the one guy we looked at
Maybe.
and the guy that won and maybe the other ones aren't. We don't have enough information for those watching, but we don't support it.
Okay. That was really cool. Good way to end. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm getting
I
a
think
little
I'm gonna
hungry.
have something to eat before I go to the
eat.
gym.
Yeah, well, I fucking have to. And I gotta get
Yeah.
I gotta get a tan in too.
Yeah.
So what's the deal here? Are you gonna pop by later to grab the files or something?
Yeah, if I have a chance, I will.
Yeah, no, I don't even mean necessarily today, just before next Monday, I guess.
Oh yeah. Definitely will be.
Cool.
Worst case will be Thursday.
Sweet.
Or wait, yeah, Thursday's
off.
your Okay, I'll be able to pop by.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that was episode 41. Thanks, Robin, for coming
Thanks
on.
for having me, guys.
You'll probably see him again. Why
Oh,
not?
yeah.
He was a
We
good
always have
guest.
fun. We'll be a bit more awake next time, maybe.
And maybe we'll probably have segments and stuff going
Yeah,
on, and
yeah,
we can
yeah,
ask
yeah.
him questions.
Yeah.
This was literally last minute.
It's a trial
so-
run. Trial run.
But
This
you're the
is what
third guest.
This is our third guest, eh?
Yeah.
Third guest.
Out of
Get
41, we've had 3.
That's
so
kinda
that's
fun.
not even 10%.
Nope.
It's not
We got to
bad
get those
either,
numbers
though.
up, though.
We
No,
bought-
we want more
We
guests.
want more guests. It's more fun. It's so fun.
Yeah,
It's so much
mixing it
easier.
up, right? New people.
Yeah, it's all
stuff to
different.
talk
The
about,
conversations
right?
are never the same.
Different
Yeah.
opinions.
We probably would have never went this way.
We
if it
wouldn't
was
have
just
talked
me and
about
him.
You would've
men's
never-
wellness
you
for
would've
sure.
Never discovered men's wellness.
See,
Damn
we
it.
learned something
Yeah,
new.
this is true.
We
This
learned
is true.
something else we don't like.
Well, thanks, folks. Episode 41. Like, subscribe, all that shit. Find
You
us
can-
on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify.
Yeah.
That's it.
And if you don't like long form and you want to just see parts, go to the clips
Get
on
that
TikTok,
TikTok
and
shit. Reels
real
eventually.
soon. Eventually, we'll get there. We're slow, guys.
Hit that
We're-
notification bell.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.